Hello, everybody. Welcome to Drop Gears, a Trackmania podcast. I'm Chris92. Yes, I'm not import. I'm replacing him today. And with me, I have Lime and Shorty.
Hello,
Hello.
everyone.
Yeah, thank you, Chris, for replacing imports so you can get cancelled instead of us.
I will do that. As a disclaimer, all thoughts and opinions expressed in this podcast are our own. They do not represent Evo's opinions. So if you hate us, you can see our Twitch links down below, and you'll find us on Twitter anyway. So if you hate us, just tweet at us or subtweet us or whatever. Anyway, let's get into today's topic, shall we?
I think you should
Yeah.
maybe introduce yourself
No.
a little bit
Oh
more
yeah, I
first,
should introduce
because
myself. Right.
you're kinda a guest,
Interviewing Chris.
It's true.
technically.
Yes, I'll introduce myself. Hello, I'm Chris92. I'm one of the head admins at Evo. I don't know, why does that sound familiar? I think Import says it all the time. Anyway, I'm the guy that usually does production for Drop Gears. I'm the fact checker guy, and I also usually commentate our TMWT matches on this channel. So, I'm happy to be here for today and the next one or two podcasts as well.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. We're also happy you're here.
You're welcome. Do you two want to introduce yourselves as well for those that are joining in for the first time? Shorty, Lime?
I know. I shorty go first. I always go first.
But okay. That doesn't make sense that shorty guy goes first and not second. But yeah, if you don't know me, then I'm basically a Trackmania player that is getting second a lot. And other than that, I've done a lot of things in this game. I've built some track of the days. I've streamed a little bit myself. I did this and that. I tried to host events some years ago. Didn't work very well, but I tried. Speaking of that, Chase, I think Spam is hosting a Chase Cup now.
Yeah.
I heard
Didn't
about
work
that,
out
yeah.
for me. I heard about that, yeah. And if you hear that now for the first time, you should definitely check it out because Chase is the best fucking game mode in Trackmania. And I stand by that opinion. TMGL should use Chase mode.
Imagine.
And backwards map. That's a good combination, isn't it? Backwards and Chase.
Absolutely.
Maybe it works.
I agree with you.
We should try that, maybe.
Maybe. Lime.
Well, this is Lime. Limey Lime. I used to stream, not anymore. Maybe I'll come back. I love this game. I kind of dislike the people that run this game. You cannot find me on Twitter. I mean, you can, but you have to ask for my username because it's not Lime Nanda. So if you want trying to cancel me, you have to ask directly for my Twitter. I'm in the content creation team on Evo. And here you see me content creation now. And that's it. Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay. Let's get into the first topic, which are the TMWT Challenger Promotion and Relegation playoffs that happened last weekend. Did any of you two watch it?
Why do you put me on the spot? I didn't.
I'm sorry.
I watched some of the games. Which ones? I have no idea.
Okay.
But I watched it.
How do you not know which ones? Did you watch the Evo ones?
Yes, because I was in the chat and I say hello. I remember.
Perfect.
It was really sad, but I was doing things. Meanwhile, I have the games on the background, basically.
Yeah. So
That's it.
okay. We have one new
Oh,
team joining the Challenger League next season, and that is Ascent Esport. I forgot their names. I'm just as good and prepared as Import, apparently. Ascent Esports, they are, of course, Arfany and Zerar. Yes. Arfany and Zerar, yes. And Easy Dream making the return, not getting knocked out, unlike Exalti, which is very surprising, in my opinion. I think many people had Easy Dream going out instead of Exalti. At least I had it in my books that way. And
Yeah. When we talked last week, it wasn't. We weren't really rooting for Easy Dream, and also Ascent wasn't on the bets. But they made it, so that's props to them.
I mean, they didn't face off. Like Easy Dream and Exalty didn't face off against each other, so
No.
maybe that's just a bracket thing. But you know that's how it goes, I would say. Because I mean, Exalty came out of the Swiss stage as first, and Easy Dream third. So maybe they just got a little bit unlucky with the seeding. I don't know. Maybe they just had a bad match. Either way, XLT is out. So it is what it is. And I have to do it, you know. But isn't it awesome that Ascent, they have the perfect team name, you know? They ascended into TMCL.
Oh my god, we started early today.
You know, they had
Jesus, yes.
that's how you have to do it. They had fate on their side by choosing that name. Just gave them the extra couple of percentages to win against XLT, maybe. Who knows?
They manifested it. That is the thing, you know. It's really a thing now to manifest the stuff, and they manifested their ascension into the other thing. I forgot the word.
But yeah, I mean, if you would have asked me last week, I would probably not have expected that. But props to them. They deserve it. They won their matches.
yeah, huge congratulations to them. What's interesting to me is that Ferox Industries is probably the community favorites, or like everybody's favorites to win the whole thing, got knocked out in the quarterfinals. I think it was either Matus or Melio that said on Twitter that they played really bad on day 2, and that they're sorry for basically being bad on that day. But yeah, they lost 4-0 to Mint.
They lost 4-3.
4-3. My bad. It was I had that wrong.
I'm the fact checker now.
Yes, you're the fact checker. Thank you. But the maps that they lost, they weren't really close from what I can see. The only one that was close was Freestyle, 11-9. But the other maps were pretty much stomps each way. Slowdown, they won 10-8. But it doesn't seem like, yeah, the other maps, they were rather one-sided for each team. Gyroscope 10-5, Aeropo Ape 0-12.
Yeah, they each won their map picks until except Freestyle then.
Yeah, Freestyle the decider. But yeah, that is kind of surprising that Ferox Industries went out so early after they pretty much dominated the Swiss stage. They went 10-1 in games. Basically, they lost one map in the entire Swiss stage, and
that's against Easy Dream.
Yeah, that's against Easy Dream.
That is what happened when you don't have a good Trackmania day. You know, you can be dominated the whole stuff, but the second that you don't have a good day playing the game, it's gone.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same thing that happened to Evo Pink in the first and second regional, right? They played well in the first day, and then first game, second day, it's just not warmed up. It happens.
What do you think about the format, though?
For
the Swiss stage and then the playoffs.
It was confusing a little bit, because the seeding was very convoluted, the way it worked. Like going from round to round. We didn't really know who our opponents were until like last minute. Which like in other bracket type formats it's easier to figure out. Yeah. I casted the whole thing on Saturday. It was exciting, because like, you know, you basically had 3 chances to make it to the playoffs.
Yeah, the Swiss, Swiss stages in general as a tournament format, they are a little bit confusing, like keeping track of everything. But as far like being fair and all, it's really fair usually. Obviously, the more rounds you play, the fairer it gets. But it's a pretty decent system.
I feel like you have a disadvantage the further you get, though. Like, the more rounds you have to play, the more exhausted you're probably gonna be. I mean, there was some pretty bonkers matches in there where I pretty much lost my mind as a caster already. And honestly don't want to think about how Desk and Stutz were feeling that entire day. Because, yeah, it must have been rough for them.
Yeah, but that's the same for all teams.
I mean, sure,
I mean,
yes, obviously.
yeah, it's difficult, sure, but I mean, if you want to get into professional Trackmania, then it should be difficult, shouldn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to have the mental capacity to go through stuff like that. No, to
Yeah.
have it so close and then it's gone. It's gone, and then you have to reset your mental and then go in again, putting yourself in the same stress to get the win. But yeah, you have to go through it, and you have to learn from it.
Yep. That
Yep,
is true.
exactly.
But yeah, I think that already brings us to our next topic because unfortunately, right after their elimination from the Challenger League, Deska and Stifts decided to disband Evo Pink. So we had this little graphic prepared for them. Just to say thank you for their time and for playing for Evo Pink and giving their best in the regionals. And unfortunately, it did not work out. They did end up disbanding because Deska is taking a mental health break. He has not been feeling well while playing these last few tournaments in the regional and stage 1, and he wants to focus on his mental health first and foremost. And Stufts will be moving on to new ventures. He's gonna go without Evo going forward, and we wish him all the best. And yeah, it's kind of sad, but honestly, I'm just glad we got to enjoy this wonderful season.
I mean, they did give us exciting matches, and they did, reach their goals to some, to some degree. It's a little bit sad, It's just winning one match or losing one match for them to potentially get into the playoff stage at least. And considering that they won against Mint for the first time, which they lost to, I think, was it 2 or 3 times in the regional itself. They definitely showed that they have the skill level to compete at that level. Maybe not enough, obviously not for challenger maybe yet, but they are getting there, and they can be proud of their performances.
Yeah, in my opinion, they were on a very good trajectory in terms of progress. We're looking at some of the stats that came out for the promotion tournament that Lava Team put on Twitter. And like pace wise, we were right in the middle. So it's kind of unfortunate that we got knocked out. But Stufts was like in the top 5 performers of the entire tournament, pace wise and consistency wise. So props to him.
Yeah, definitely.
And
I mean, good luck to him finding a new org, or like we will see how that develops. Obviously, if you don't try, you never know if it was worth it or not. But we will see.
yeah,
I think Stav's gonna get picked by another organization, which is sad, but good for him.
Well,
And
hopefully at
Deska,
least,
I mean, Deska wasn't going through his thesis and university stuff, meanwhile playing the regionals. So I think that taking a mental reset right now after the games is it's more than enough for him.
It's
Like it should be
understandable.
done. Hopefully we can see him playing later on.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I hope he comes back stronger than ever. Maybe for TMWT in 2024. Who
No.
knows? But yeah, he's definitely gonna take a break for stage 2. And our focus will be on Evo Orange. That's gonna be Vortex and Speedy. They're gonna give it their best to step into Deskas and Stuft's footsteps, and hopefully even surpass what they managed to accomplish.
Now we have Evo Orange.
Yes, we have Evo Orange and Evo Black.
Ooh.
I mean, Chroma.
I like the orange. I don't like the black.
You don't like the black?
Yeah, but it fits Chroma.
It fits Chroma. Yes.
Ah, okay, yeah. Well,
I mean, we can still talk about the color names or the team names, but yeah, Chroma and Zenas, you have to step it up a little bit compared to stage 1.
people are trying to cancel me on the chat. Man, black is was too depressive, man. Pink, happy. Orange, happy. Black, depressed. You know?
Nah, black's the best
Another color. Are we gonna use all the rainbow colors for Evo?
Lime, I think the more you talk about black being a bad color, the worse it gets.
Okay, let's move to the next topic.
Next topic already. Okay. Sure.
Thank you, this kind of stuff, though, for playing
thank
for
you.
Evo.
And
Yeah.
I'm sorry for being never been there as a coach. Great season. Yeah.
Well,
oh my
we'll
god, I'm
be
getting cancelled
moving
again.
on to Trackmania's new update that came out yesterday.
I'm actually happy about this update.
Yeah. Yes, of course.
Yes, okay. You know why? I said on Discord, on our Discord. Man, can you believe now we have a female driver? There's finally a girl on the freaking game. Now
It
the
was
next thing that I want to, please, Nadeo, take notes. Can we have the Chilean flag on the stadium? I've been asking for this since I started playing the game. Thank you so much.
Wait, it's
the
not on there.
stadium.
No, it's not inside this stadium.
What flags even are there? That's a good question. I don't know.
Many. And there are many from countries that I believe we don't even have players from.
I think
I don't
the
know.
flags are based off of the participating nations from ESWC back then for the qualified players. Was that it?
Oh, really?
I think it had something to do with the Electronic Sports World Cup.
I once asked Phoebe directly if they could put the Chilean flag in the stadium, and she said, yes, probably something that could happen. And I was like, okay, cool. And I'll keep waiting since then.
She gave you hope.
Yeah, don't give me hope.
I mean, you can put the Chilean flag on your own maps. That works.
No, I am not a mapper.
Lime, you should make a track of the day map and put the Chilean flag everywhere, and then you have to DM Phoebe again and remind her of her message.
Or Tona. I mean, we had.
Tona, I'm gonna tell him.
I mean, we had a track of the day for the Dutch national holiday, so why not for the Chilean national holiday?
I have until September to make one. It's gonna be a long and thin track. Like
it's so weird that they do like random national holidays from other nations, and then that's the way for you to get a track of the day in.
Yeah,
that's my
kind of weird. I don't know, but sure, okay, why not? You can try.
That's cute though.
All right, but yes, let's talk about the update. There's a bunch of cool new things in there, and I feel like they've done a good job. Most importantly, we now have a working report system in game. Hallelujah.
Ooh.
That's probably the best part in the update. You know, like it's kind of a thing that you don't want to have to use, but when you have to use it, it's now there and in game, and that's a big change.
Yep. And it works exactly as I showed it off. When was it? Last week? 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks
2
ago.
weeks
I think
ago.
last
Yeah,
week.
2 weeks ago
Huh?
when the console test
Oh.
started.
Oh,
But yeah,
yeah.
it works. And yeah, as Lime mentioned, there's now a female driver option. Doesn't change too much about the morphology, but you can definitely recognize that it's a female shape under the
You know
racing suit.
what? I have to be a hater. Why the female version is smaller than the guy? Why?
Well, because Lime on average, women are smaller than men. That's
It's
just a
because
fact.
I am tiny? Yes, I am tiny. I feel targeted by the female driver now.
I mean, you get good for you. You
I'm
can
just
choose.
joking, though.
You could just stick with Maple armor.
Thank
I mean,
you,
to be
bro.
fair,
You
wasn't
can't.
that promised since the beginning?
I don't know if it was.
I'm not sure,
But-
What?
I think it's good. Like, it's a tiny detail in my opinion. Like, I don't think anyone like actually like really hardly cares about it. And it's like, yeah, man,
No one
finally,
cares. It's
finally,
just me.
you know, like I don't think anyone really cared deeply about it, but it's still a good thing, and you know,
I mean,
like,
actually, when I first started playing the game, I the driver is like the driver, and I was like, "Cute, I have a driver." Now that I have a female driver, it's like, "Oh my god, thank you, that's so cute," you know.
yeah, pretty
But
much that. Yeah.
I never really cared about. But it's really cute, really cute detail. Thank you so much, Nadeo.
I mean, I have to sort of agree with what Snippen says. We mostly only see the helmet anyway. Because,
Yeah.
I mean, the only time you really
Yes.
see your driver skin is on your profile or in the main menu. I don't know.
Yeah, and to
This,
be fair, they never really needed to add that. Maybe I don't know. It's a nice little detail, but it's
I mean, there was
like,
this initial design on the big screens in the stadium where we initially
yeah,
thought that you would be able to customize your driver and then it would show off there as like during the matches, like who's first and stuff. But they never ended up using that. Do you
I
see it
mean,
on the podium? I thought he was just sitting in the car.
I think on the podium they are sitting on the car. Maybe they want to change that, but if they want to do that, to be honest, like make the driver models maybe a bit more detailed and the skins especially more detailed, because I mean they don't look ugly, but they like you don't get like aesthetically pleasing is also different, right? I don't know. It's just they look a little bit weird, you know? I don't know. Am I the only one that thinks that? Like they just
Like the driver looks weird. No.
I don't know. I like I would
I mean,
prefer
the
that they
head
would
is kind
just
of weird when
sit in the
the car
car. I
moves.
don't know.
I mean, I like that they can mark cheer. That's the most important thing. Though
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
that
I
is
think
good.
it would be nice if you could customize the driver.
I'm pretty
But-
sure that's what they're working towards because I mean we
Probably.
already have country skins. We now can choose the body type, and technically you can already apply custom skins to them in like mania links and stuff if you know how to package them up and like colorize them. But yeah, I'm pretty sure that's coming sometime down the road.
I mean, in Trackmania everything is customizable, so I would assume that they will be customizable at some point.
As-
We would have like the seams, but on Trackmania, you know, so you can fully customize your driver.
Oh please no! I don't want a Trackmania driver with a sombrero.
Maybe finally we can get microtransactions for like hats and stuff like
Oh, imagine buying super cool jackets. Oh, yes.
So
Or
apparently,
accessories for the hair. Man, I'm sold. I want it. I want it all.
apparently they stand next to the car at the end of matches on podiums. See, that's how much I pay attention to the end of round screen.
I didn't really see Trackmania for quite a while, to be honest. I
True,
honestly
it
don't
might have been. I think.
I
When
mean,
did they
you
introduce
barely see
podiums?
it
When was
on the
that?
podium.
I mean, most maps don't even have podiums, yet. I mean, if you play mostly on Evo servers, there's barely any maps with podiums. Like
mean,
in
you
the
see
campaign
track
maps,
of the
yeah,
days,
track of the day, ranked, obviously,
matchmaking.
TMWT, you see it as well. You hate the podium? I think it's nice.
No, the podium is cute. It adds to the game and to say, hey, look at you, one of the third places.
Yeah, it's a nice detail.
Yeah.
If it looks shit, that is another thing, you know?
I still miss the podium that they had in Mania Planet, like Trackmania
It
2.
was more drivable. Actually, no, please don't. Don't bring it back. That little gap that they used on competition maps, I still hate them for that.
No,
Like,
it's not that. It's more like that you also see all the other cars that were driving behind it, at least up to like 20 cars.
that's what you mean.
Yeah, that
Okay,
part
yeah.
was sick.
Okay. Yeah, that was actually nice, but you don't have. Yeah. It's a little bit old school. I can see why you wouldn't want to have that back. I think I would. Like now thinking about it, I would be like, yeah, man, nostalgica. But when we actually would get it, I would be bored of it after 2 days again as well. Doesn't really matter that much. It's just podium.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah, no,
I just
I
remember
think.
the Mania Planet one.
Yeah, I don't want to replace the model. I just want like the feature back. But yeah, it's podiums are a nice addition. Honestly, people have been asking for those to come back for a while. And it's nice that they introduced it back to the game.
I just dislike the fact that you can't move cars during podium anymore. Like, do you know that like where you had a piston pushing the car away?
Wait, that
That
doesn't
was
work
funny.
anymore? That they
No,
fixed?
it
Aw,
doesn't. They fixed that. And I'm sad
man,
about that because that was so funny.
that was funny. Yeah, no
Yeah.
more crushing cars or pushing them off the podium. Damn it. Okay. So yeah, the update brought a bunch of more things. We now have core challenges, so basically Steam achievements, but on the Ubisoft Connect.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. Good.
There's a bunch of things in there, and you can now combine your custom skins with prestige skins, so you can apply the prestige features to the custom skin.
Okay, that is really good.
Yeah, so you can now use your prestige wheels. You can show off your level 13 alpha metal wheels on your I don't know, Doge skin or whatever you're using. But no, I saw Chroma try it out, and it actually looked pretty cool.
I mean, it has to fit. It has to fit your skin, obviously. But the fact that you can do it is really nice, and there are skins where it will fit, and then you would want to use it, obviously.
I mean, they are giving you the freedom of using it or not, whether you want to combine something or not. So, hey, it's a good thing.
Yep. They also added a new design for the matchmaking menu. They added the leaderboards that I showed off. Did I show those?
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
that's that. I think you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, so they
Like top 100.
yeah, in
right?
the top right you can now see like the leaderboards of the ranked, and you can filter it by your region, which is pretty cool. Before that you had to go to like Trackmania.io. So it's nice to have that in game. And they also reworked how you invite people to your party, and it seems like AFK queue tool is a thing of the past, unless Ansgar can figure out how to work around the thing that now goes completely through Ubisoft Connect and no longer through Trackmania itself.
Oh, it goes to Ubisoft Connect now.
Yeah, they need
Is that good? Because
Um,
you would want to disable the overlay for performance, right?
Mm-hmm.
the thing is, it's needed for crossplay invites. So if you want to be invited from like a PlayStation or Xbox or Amazon Luna, whatever
So
it's
now
called.
it works similar to what you have in Fortnite. I don't know if
Sort
you
of,
have
yes, but
done
you
it.
need to be in the menu screen, so, like still on the
Yeah.
matchmaking menu, yeah. But you just get
Oh,
So
okay, okay.
you don't need the actual overlay then.
you do need the overlay, yes, because that's where you invite people.
Ah.
So it
Yeah,
doesn't
but the
work without
overlay
the.
only in the main screen, like.
So you can't
first-
use. So the way it works now is, previously you had the invites show up directly in Trackmania in like a pop up. That doesn't happen anymore. You just get a
Yes.
Ubisoft Connect notification on the top right of your screen that you got a game invite, and then it prompts you to go in there and accept the invite. Then you get
Oh yeah,
automatically sent
basically
to
it's
the ranked
just
screen.
like you do on Fortnite. That's cool though.
Yeah.
Can you at least continue then playing while you're on queue? Like with the
No.
AFK queue? Yeah,
That's
then I want the AFK queue
yeah.
again back.
That's
Or
what
I want that they include that, but we will
it
see.
would be nice if they could make it work. Yes.
I mean, it is what it is. They definitely need that for crossplay, which is good, and we
Yeah.
want crossplay. So yeah, but maybe adding like either having the AFK tool back somehow, if Ansgar can figure that out, or having the possibility to continue playing while being in queue officially. You need either of those, I would say.
Yeah.
I think the
Especially if queue
continue
times.
playing while in queue is that is an option that should be made later on, because sometimes you have to wait for so long and you're like
Yeah, exactly.
just waiting. Like, what's the point of that?
Yeah, I'm not sure if he can. Like, he's working on trying to figure things out, and maybe the Ubisoft Connect overlay can be triggered from Open Planet. But no promises. I just saw that he was like saying, yeah, the old method doesn't work anymore, so he needs to work on stuff. Let's hope it works in the future. But for now,
Yeah.
no
Yeah, that
AFK
would be
people.
cool in the future.
Yeah. There's one important bug fix that I want to point out, and that is for
No.
the 10 Super Royal players out there.
Wow.
They finally fixed the respawn abuse issue in Royal. And that means all ghosts or all bots need new replays. So if you want free Royal wins against no ghosts, go ahead, now's your time.
You know what is very interesting with that?
Mhm.
I don't know. Do you think that that's a good thing or not?
I don't even know what exactly the issue is. I think it's like you can spam respawn as soon as somebody finishes, even if the timer is gone, you can just skip to the next stage. Is that what it was?
I think something like that. So if someone finishes the stage, instead of you having to finish it yourself, or like having to you could somehow like respawn a little bit earlier. Like like okay, no, okay, I remember now. So if you drive through the finish, you as the players yourself, you have this little countdown kind of thing until you go to the next stage. But all the players that play with you, they can respawn abuse and then they start before you already. So you can kind of save a little bit of time with that as a team together. Either it's that or it's something else.
Okay.
I
It
Okay.
makes
I think
sense.
that's what it is.
I
Yes.
see. Thank you.
And
Yeah.
I remember that that I was in voice with Lars and Marius at some point, and they talked about that. And I remember Lars specifically saying that the fact that people want this to be fixed is stupid because that's the only strategic thing that makes Royal fun. If it's that and nothing else, and if I'm not misremembering that, then Lars and Marius are pretty pissed right now. But yeah, I think it was that. And like they treated this as a trick, and I don't know why people. I don't.
It was a feature.
I don't play Royal, so I don't really care about it, obviously, because it doesn't influence me, and I don't even know what exactly it is. But
Yeah.
I know that Lars and Marius said it's a good thing that it works like this. So
I mean, I was watching Spammy this week, and he was rooting for it to be removed. And then people in his chat were saying, well, now when the respawn abuse bug gets fixed, then we actually have to train the maps now that Spammy is playing Royal. So, yeah.
okay. Yeah, I mean, obviously there are different opinions, right? I just remembered that that last one said that. I mean, if it makes Royal more fun for spam, for example, then in itself, I guess there's 2 point of views there, so all good.
Yeah.
But you know how it is, it wouldn't be the first time that you're fixing something, but the core community is unanimously agreeing that it should not be fixed,
Ice update?
So
I mean, what?
Maybe.
Anyway.
What?
There's another important bug fix that they did in the track editor, and that is the block snapping and free mapping. I know many mappers have complained about that for a while now. And it's finally fixed after like 2 months of, just...
I think even longer, to be honest, because I
2.5.
remember back then, in like last year
No,
before
it
I
was
went to
in
my
January
parents.
when it was introduced, pretty sure.
Oh, okay. But I remember something. I remember where I wanted to play something in free block and it just did not snap at all. And it continued to not snap. And then I restarted the map and then it snapped once and then it continued to not snap anymore. So either way, it probably was something different then. But I can fully understand the frustration. And I would. Really, I feel it. Just remembering me sitting there, taking like 1 hour just to get something to snap. No, that was horror.
Well, now it
So
works again.
I'm glad it works.
Yeah.
I'm glad it works again.
Now it works again. They also added a little shadow to the in-game UI timer, reminiscent of the old Trackmania games that actually used to have a shadow behind the counter. You count the current race time. Some people like it, some don't.
Oh, then you mean a visual change of that? Okay.
Yeah, so they
Why
basically
would
gave
you
it a
do
drop
that?
shadow.
Why would you do that so late? I mean,
Because I'm assuming it's some console manufacturer saying they needed to make that text more visible. Especially on, like, if
okay.
you're driving over ice or snow, it was barely legible. It's probably
Okay.
some
I mean,
accessibility thing that they had to do.
I'll just try my very best the next time I start Trackmania to not think of that, and then I probably won't even notice a change. So good for me, but yeah.
There's also one more change that I noticed. It's when you drive through checkpoints, the font that they use for the position that the checkpoint time is has been changed. Like, it's wider and a different font, and it looked so off because it doesn't match the other numbers anymore. I'm a
Oh,
little bit triggered by that.
yeah, that sounds triggering for sure if it's not the same font.
Yeah, there's a bunch of new blocks as well, 150. Snippin has been asking me to show them on screen. I will try to find pictures, but I don't have any prepared, so I can't really do that right now.
You're gonna check your block one by one?
Yeah,
I can't tell
there's...
you how happy I am about that because I think I was the first one doing those, like the custom road things in Mania Planet back when the mesh modeler first released. I got told by Nibu a little trick back then that wasn't officially a feature back then, but he told me if you do this, you can change the blocks like that, and that's otherwise not possible. So that's what I used to make those custom, like some of the custom blocks back then, and most of them are part of this update, I think. Like I saw some screenshots, and it's kind of like the like normal road to tilted road, but moved to like one block to each side, like those blocks, for example.
Oh,
I
so
mean,
now
those
you
weren't.
have those? I'm
Now you
happy.
have those officially, basically.
I'm happy because when I tried to build one map, I literally, man, I was like, why am I missing one block? I don't get it. Why is not here?
So I found the images. 1 second. I'm just gonna open them up one by one.
I mean, there are also different ones. There are a lot of new blocks, and I think overall that's always great. And I'm looking at the pictures, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
go through them
Yeah.
one by one in a second.
I mean, basically, they of course like a lot of them are just blocks that kind of were missing before, like those diagonal roads with sculptures and holes in it. I think they should have always been there from the beginning, kind of, but they were missing. Like
Yeah.
those kind of blocks, for example.
So the
You
ones
won't see
we're
it as
looking
a...
at right now are so they added start and multi-lap blocks or gates. We had finishes and checkpoints already, but starts were not an option. Now you have those.
Nice.
Then they added more blocks with holds, a lot of them, and also holes in the black wooden platform thingies. They also can have holes now.
Or didn't they fix the shape of the black platforms?
I have
Like,
no clue.
do you? I think they did.
They did at
Wasn't
some
there?
point. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
a while ago.
it's not this update, but I
Yeah.
just remember that. And since we never mentioned that, I want to say thanks. Like, really, thank you for that. That was like one of the most annoying things for me.
That was
The
the
black
thing
platforms
where,
just felt
in the
bad and
curves,
weird.
right, where drifting
Yeah,
was like off because the geometry was really bad.
Yeah, the meshes were different, and that somehow made the car behave different, and that was so weird and annoying.
Yeah. Then they
Yeah.
added these new special effect gates, which are stackable. So just imagine like the gates.
No way.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, imagine those the gates that you have as items, but basically as rings, and you can stack them together and make like custom shapes, and you can even mix and match all of those effects and make them like into a big square or rectangle or something. So if you
that
aim a little bit too
would-
high, you get fragile instead of a red booster. It's pretty cool.
I just want to say I have a map that is not released that I only posted a screenshot of
Mhm.
that would need some updates, but because I don't have a laptop that is even capable of running Trackmania, I can't update it. And I have made those gates myself manually, and having those blocks would have saved me so much time.
Well, it's great that we have them in the game now.
Well,
yeah,
we have it now.
Definitely.
And there's also stage platforms that now generate wooden platforms below them. So yeah, whoever wanted to have that, congratulations. You can now put the spectator stands on wooden platforms instead of just
I think
the
that makes
metal
sense,
bars. Yeah, I mean it helps with scenery, for sure. What else? Oh yeah, we have a bunch of new curves. I think those are outward curved blocks, or those are just new deco hills, I think. But there were some
there are
new
new
ones,
deco
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, there's new
Like,
deco curves.
I mean,
Great.
deco as in the penalty kind of
Yeah,
surfaces.
the
like
penalty
sand,
surfaces,
snow,
yes.
and
There's new
because
corners
the
for
people
them.
on Spotify are not gonna be able to see those pictures.
Yeah, you can find them on the Trackmania Discord. Zai posted them. Credit to them. And I think what's more, oh yeah, these are all the new blocks. So they basically added blocks where you have penalty surfaces in the middle of the road. So just stripes of like penalty grass, penalty sand, and penalty ice. On dirt road, normal road. I think sausage doesn't have them, but inside
so
bobsleigh even they probably wanted those for like new TMWT maps or something. Anyway, and you can now have holes in. There's also water roads with holes, I think, or like water platforms with holes. It's really weird.
Can you use them to like go through the hole in
I
deep water?
have no clue. Either it was some block mix thing that I saw, because apparently you can. There was something with. Not. I saw somebody say that you shouldn't use air block mode on one of the new blocks with holes because I think from the bottom it looks solid, but from the top you fall through. Something like that.
Oh,
It's weird.
yeah, probably gonna get fixed.
Yeah, might get fixed.
I'd assume. Nah, probably.
And then we have another update. That was today, actually. Nadia announced that there's now improvements to the Track of the Day selection progress. Which was actually discussed here before, so let's hop on over into this tweet here. I'm gonna read it out. The feedback system for the Track of the Day and Burial review has been improved. Ubisoft Nadio is now able to create a discussion with the track builders to give them more specific feedbacks about their submission. You will be notified on the player page, trackmania.com, blah blah blah. And you can see that it has like this discussion with Nadio overlay on your track review thing. And they further comment, only Ubisoft Nadio can open a discussion if some fixes are needed on your track. From this discussion, you can send us a potential updated version of your track to warn the team that a new version is available. this is really great news in my opinion. And
especially the fact that you can update like your map and not have it go through the system again is like that was one of the most annoying things. And they kind of, made they kind of tried people to know that they can message Tona or Phoebe about it if you had a map that you thought would potentially get track of the day and you had an update for a potential cut or something like that. But how would you ever know if it's selected or not? And being able to just have this chat is just so much better than before.
yeah.
But it has to get used, obviously.
The plan is to use it, and there's also a discussion thread on the Trackmania forum, Trackmania Discord, in the Trackmania 2020 channel, where Tona has shared some upcoming features as well for this new feature that he has requested. For example, if you yourself found a cut, because there's currently no possibility to just upload a new version of the map and tell Nadio, hey, there's a cut fixed version of this map after it's been reviewed. But he has already asked the developers of the website to add those. Snippin asks, did they add anything in-game about this link or the function itself in-game? Currently, no, but they're looking into feedback they're looking into giving a player visual feedback in-game that that your map has been reviewed or that there is a discussion available.
It would be nice to have a link to that directly then as well.
Yes.
I mean, the link is on your review tracks page in game. It sends you directly to the player page, I'm pretty sure. So you can look at it online. Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure it is there. But yes, that's all
I'm
on
really happy
Trackmania.com.
because this is exactly what we said on the podcast. And now we see it on the game. The discussion to point out what could be done better, and they even, the picture there that they're showing with the potential cut and letting you know where it could be. I believe you cannot ask for more feedback right now. This is a huge improvement. I'm so happy that finally we have something like this, and hopefully we can now in the future have even more and better maps on Track of the Day, because it's the main event of the game. So you have to showcase the best of the best.
I definitely think it's a great step forward, but maybe I can play the devil's advocate a little bit. So this is obviously this is only applying to maps that do get reviewed by Nadeo, and
Yes.
at least as far as it was, so far, it's not too many maps each week that get reviewed by Nadeo. So and it only applies to them. It's still a step forward, obviously, because instead of your map being kind of ruined because you have a cut and you don't know what, or maybe there's just one big problem, and if you would fix that, you would get a track of the day. Now, this can happen, and now this will happen because you get notified, you see it, you change it, you send your map back, and done, right?
Yeah.
That's what would not have happened before, because before you would have had to like get your map through map view again to the stage where it's gonna get reviewed by Nadeo. And as I said, there isn't too many maps that do get reviewed by Nadeo. So it's still like the system still highly is dependent on how many maps Nadeo can change, like test themselves each week or each month or whatever.
I mean, I don't know, because if the map got reviewed by Nadeo and they're saying and they are sending feedback to you, and then you're like, oh, okay, I fixed the map, here it is, you check it again, and if you want to have it on Track of the Day, that's completely fine. So I don't think that you will have to go through the same process again for your map to be reviewed.
That's the positive thing, but I think Tona said that once. It's like he's checking maps, like he's checking each week like 15 to 20 maps, and that's basically all of those maps are the ones that will get this, will take advantage of this feature, which is nice. And it means, if your map got reviewed by Tona once and it's potential candidate for track of the day, you don't have to go through the process again. Like, that's the good thing. But it still means that it's still 15 to 20 maps each week, and the system would be so much better if Nadeo could check more maps.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean,
it's
for
a
that
different
you need
topic.
more people,
It's
right?
a different topic, you know. But
Yeah.
I just wanted to point out that this feature, as good as it is, it only applies to the maps that do get reviewed by Nadeo. Like I
I mean,
didn't
I
want to
believe
make
that the
it
maps that
negative.
do get reviewed by Nadeo are the maps that are potentially be chosen for track of the day. Because sometimes you see some maps on map reviews that are like, Jesus, what is this? And then you see other maps that are like, okay, this it has potential. So in that regard, I do believe that having, I don't know, like 20 maps to review per week that are the potential track of the days map, it's okay. I mean,
Yeah,
of course, it's better if you have more people to check more maps and have like 100 map reviews
I mean,
a
Tona
week.
can us,
But
Tona is the one that potential
yeah,
that can give us like more statistics on that, on how many maps there are each week, or like new submitted per week, and because that would be interesting to know.
I mean, we also have to think that we only Elmo, 365 days for track of the day a year. So I think that if you check like 100 a week, 100 another week, and 100 another week, you already have fulfilled the whole year with maps.
Yeah, but review doesn't automatically mean it's worth track of the day, you know. But
Yeah. But you
I mean,
have
if we
already you have 300 potential maps. That's what I mean.
yeah, but if you check like 15 each week, that's like you you basically only have 2 per day then. So
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
that
want.
it's
Yeah,
better to have more
it's a difficult topic. It's
quality
a
over
different topic.
quantity. You know,
Yeah, of course, it's a different
if we're
topic
gonna
anyway.
check
This
15
system is
maps a
great.
week, at least put a lot of effort, 30 minutes up to I don't know, 45 minutes on the map, and actually check and get its potential before saying, you know what, this map is trash. We don't need it.
Yeah. No, all good. I mean, we're gonna talk with Tona one day about it. I didn't like what
Woo!
I just mentioned wasn't even really related to the update itself. So just
Yeah.
to make sure this update is great, and it's a great improvement. And
Oh, the other thing that we didn't talk about the update is that now you can see the smoke when you speed slide.
oh no, yeah,
Which is, I think, we should go back and get rid of that one because
I'm
it's
not
just
happy about it either.
why
I don't
you
like the
cannot see
smoke.
anything.
I was happy when the smoke was gone.
Speed sliding was hard enough for me. It was, trying to focus on the squid marks, and then now I can even see that, man. I'm fucking blind.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't your speed slides get green when they are good?
Oh.
Huh? Huh?
Illegal helper plugins. Not
Let's
It's
not
cool.
not
get into
illegal.
the illegal stuff, okay?
It's
Yeah,
I'm a
not
legal
illegal.
person.
shorty.
Sorry.
Let's not talk about that. But yeah,
I just made
I
a joke.
actually did report that issue to Ivo and brought it to his attention that it's back and they're looking into it. I don't know what that means,
Oh, okay.
but
So it's
I don't know if he basically asked for clarification of what the issue exactly was with the smoke. And I shut off Ski Freak's video where it's basically really hard to see skid marks, especially if you're playing against a PB Ghost or with other cars enabled. Because especially if there's a bunch of cars, the smoke adds up very quickly and it's way more noticeable
yeah.
again.
Yes.
I mean,
It kind of
thankfully it's
sounds
not
like
as bad as it was at that one day in the alpha, if you remember that. It was...
you mean when yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be pretty very bad at the
Yeah.
beginning for speed sliding, which is
For
something I
regular
gladly
drifts as
don't do that
well.
often. Yeah, even for regular drifts, to be honest, but not that annoying because you don't look at your drift marks when drifting. You just see it in your field of vision a little bit, and that was annoying already. But for speed sliding, that was horrible.
Yeah.
I mean, but the way you just said that, Ibo said they're gonna look into it, kind of seems as if it wasn't intentional and it's gonna get removed then. And all
I
Or
think
they
they
just-
made an oopsie.
Or they just haven't realized what the issue with it is, and that's why they brought it back. I don't know. I mean, they did remove it after complaints last year, so I don't know how they don't understand the issue. But yeah, I brought it to Ibo's attention, told him that, hey, this is very visually distracting. Maybe give us a toggle to turn it off on our end. But I don't know if people have looked into it, but if I'm not mistaken, it should be disableable with custom skids, same like the dirt smoke.
Oh, okay.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Potentially. I'm not sure. I haven't looked into it, but
How about we use that smoke and... No. All good. I didn't.
no. No.
No.
Yeah.
But it would be so good. I would be happy, and so many people would not be happy. But still, I would be happy.
But it would be so good for. Okay, keep it. Say the whole idea that you had in mind.
Yeah, but the better your SD is, the more smoke you get.
Surely not.
Did anybody test that yet? Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's why they added the smoke back.
and now you
I
have
think
the
it's
whole
the fast-
screen with fog.
It's more visible the faster you are. That's
Oh, see,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
but
almost
it's more
there.
like it's more like because you move faster away from the smoke, so it leaves a longer trail before it dissipates. That's why it's more visible.
I'm just making fun. I mean, to be honest, they're just gonna probably remove it, and otherwise, if you can't remove it, then people are just gonna use custom skid marks
Yeah.
and remove it.
Are you trying to advertise yours?
No, I meant the normal custom skid marks.
Okay.
Yeah,
Not
the
mine.
shorty skid marks only in learning mode or school mode or whatever it's called when it comes out.
When it at some point comes out, yeah.
Miss was thinking about enabling, but decided against it for now. Because there's still some issues to be sorted out. Anyway, Saturday we have a new campaign coming.
Woo!
And Nadio already showed some teaser and even a video, which I'm not going to play for the Spotify users' sake. But if you want to check it out, it's on Trackmania's Twitter. Like a 40-second teaser of a few maps. I think they look cool. I saw some NASCAR or speed fun-ish maps definitely in there.
Always good.
Yeah,
NASCAR, I asleep.
NASCAR is, yeah, but this black map that they're showing, I mean, sunset, orange screens, looks kind of cool scenery-wise. So I'm looking forward to it. What I'm
Orange?
mainly hoping
Orange?
for is, yes, Evo Orange. What I'm mainly hoping for is that the maps are more viable in rounds, honestly. Because some of these maps in the current campaign, they are not fun to play in ranked at all.
Yeah, I mean that has been the case for other campaigns already as well. That the focus on the respawns and the playability in rounds is just not that great, to be honest.
I mean, I
had
must
a discussion-
realize that there's many people complaining about it, though, right?
I would assume, yeah, that they are aware of it. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, you had this map that had 2 laps playing on rank.
Oh, I hate
Like,
that. What? I hate
Who
that.
thought that would have been a good idea to do?
I mean, it's just
I
1 minute
mean,
long,
people-
right? The map.
I mean, people were asking for multi-laps again, so
Yeah.
I get the point, but
Oh.
that was the reason, and I think it was a good idea to add it. I just didn't like the map itself because I suck at those quarter pipe jumps, and this map was quarter pipe jump, and
Yes.
it was because of the multi-lap I had to do it twice.
That was the
and I
previous
did not
campaign.
enjoy that.
Sorry, I really did
Yeah,
like that map.
That was the previous
Then-
campaign. But we have 2 multi-lab maps this campaign, actually. 08,
Oh.
which was the plastic, with the plastic
didn't
wall
even-
ride thing.
Oh yeah, I have no. Okay, I literally didn't play Trackmania since the start of this year, right? So I don't even know
Yes.
any of the current maps at
And,
all.
and then there's 17, which is a 2-lap NASCAR map.
Yes. Oh, and that one
sounds,
was
that
horrible.
sounds cool though.
Yeah, the map's weird, though. It's
There are 2 type of people. That was awful and that was cool.
No, but if you're gonna do multi-lap, then a NASCAR map is kind of the one where it makes the most sense
yeah,
to
but
do
it's
it, in my
scuffed
opinion.
NASCAR, I feel like.
Yeah, if it's scuffed, okay, then okay, people are gonna. But you get the point, right? Like, hopefully this campaign is gonna be better.
Let's
I just
hope so,
want
yeah.
a good full speed map.
Full Give me another tech map remake. I really enjoyed the challenge of the Hoko remake this campaign.
Oh, that one was so good. Yes. I mean, I don't know any other map from TMNF that it's so iconic as that one. But that one was really good. I liked it.
Yeah, the Hoko remake was amazing. Even though I saw a lot of people actually were struggling with it. Because it was kind of difficult. And Snippin is saying, can we have new maps instead of remakes? I mean, to be fair, there was like 1 or 2 remakes per campaign. And that's completely fine. As long as they're like not actual remakes, but like reimaginations of them. And I mean, Hoko wasn't a 1-to-1 copy. They took some elements from it and rebuilt it in like a mixed mapping style. So like, you had dirt, you had ice, you had grass, you had road. I think you even had some sausage in there. Was it? Yes, there was sausage. They used they used like all surfaces apart from plastic. I'm pretty sure.
I don't even like Hokolicious myself, but I feel like at least in the special case of Hokolicious, people would have not cared a single bit, even if it would have been a 1-on-1 conversion. Because there are so many people that don't even know that map, and everyone that does know the map seems to love it for some reason. I still don't understand, because I personally don't like it, but it is what it is. So for that map, maybe people are different, but other than that, yeah. I mean, if it's only like 1 or 2 maps each season, then that's totally fine. There gotta be some people out there that do like the reimaginations, and other than that, if you don't like them, oh well. The only reimagination that definitely I fully agree with Eziel in the chat is that they shouldn't continue in the matchmaking is AO8. Because that makes no sense at all in matchmaking.
Yeah.
Just, if you're gonna have an AO8 map, sure, but exclude it from matchmaking, please. Thank you.
They haven't excluded a map from matchmaking since, what, winter 2021?
Yeah, but then we can just agree to not have AO8 maps anymore.
I agree.
I mean, think in matchmaking you could vote for the maps, you know?
Oh, don't they even want to add that?
Yeah, about matchmaking. By the way, now that we're talking about it, 2v2 matchmaking not coming with stage 2. Well, at least not April 1st. Softy has said that they are working on it. They have other priorities that they're also working on. They're hoping to have it out as soon as possible, but he does not have an ETA to share. They're still working on it. And from what I heard is that they're working on a pick and ban system for 2v2 matchmaking.
Oh, that's so good.
I don't know whether that was confirmed to be coming or whether they were just looking into it, but I read something in that regard. So if they brought a pick and ban system,
it would be great.
That would be sick. I would really like that.
Same.
Because then you could just ban maps like 20 or 17 or 25. Softy said it in a Twitch chat. I mean, whatever.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Good. No, I mean, it's weird that they still don't have 2v2, but to be honest, I think there's only one thing that they need to make sure of. They need to make 2v2 matchmaking before the console releases.
Yeah.
I think that's the only timeline they definitely have to keep, otherwise it's just gonna be bad.
I have the feeling that console release is gonna be midsummer.
I don't think it's gonna be that late, honestly, because Nadio keeps reiterating that it's coming soon.
And I don't trust that soon.
That wording has changed from early 2023 to soon. And they did say early 2023, so my feeling is that it's going to be a mid-season drop. I don't think we have to wait until the summer campaign.
I'm voting for summer. I don't trust anyone that says we will come into you soon, because they always say delayed and delayed and delayed and.
Yeah, but
as Famaso says on the chat, it's true. Early 2023 already happened. Early is the first 3 months of
it's the first
year.
4 if you divide it by like 4 months each. You have like early, mid, and end, and that's like January through April, May through August, and September through December. And yeah, I mean, delays always happen. But yeah, when did they say that? They did say it somewhere here in this news.
Control F or Shift F and soon.
Here. Everything mentioned in this
Oh.
article will also be available from day one on the consoles and cloud platforms soon. So, soon.
I mean, the technical test went pretty well, right?
Yeah, the
So
technical test went superb, honestly.
Yeah.
There has been some issues with like input delay on Xbox One, but there was also an issue with press forward maps on PlayStation 5 that has been fixed already by the time I reported it.
Okay.
That was to do with like the way PS5 handles inputs different to the PS4.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I mean, with that special hardware, it makes sense that you have those weird issues.
And apart from that, the game worked fine. Everything worked. I had a few game crashes when switching from like a server to another, or like when going from a solo map into like an online server. But apart from that, I didn't experience any major glitches. Some people had crashes in the gamepad editor, which have been fixed according to these changelogs in here already. So I don't know. I have a feeling that there is not much left to fix for them.
Yeah, and that's also what I believe. So I definitely think that they're gonna not. I doubt they're gonna wait until summer. I mean, they are, you know.
I mean, I
If
hope
the
they
technical
release it as
test
soon
went
as
that well.
possible.
I feel like they're working towards getting all of that done. I mean, they have pretty much everything ready on the PC side of things now that they need for crossplay. And they have been adding like all the endpoints to their APIs already on the production side of things. So PSN users can add subscription stuff. Xbox players can add subscription. Like they're continuously working on getting everything ready. I mean, with the website updates, it's pretty cool. And oh yeah, they also showed off the new club creation UI on the consoles, which is now also on PC, which is in this update. But yeah, new spring campaign coming on Saturday. And little advertisement, Evo will have a public event where we will be playing through the campaign together. You can hang out with us in voice chat and just play the new maps at your own pace or with us on a server. So if that sounds like something you would enjoy, join our Discord, discord.gg/evotm.
What a sellout. Really good.
Yeah, thank you. Somebody has to do it now that Import's not here. Unfortunately, I don't cast for any TMJL team or something, so can't really sell out for that or my own stream. I don't really stream. I do enough streaming for Evo as it is. But yeah, join our Discord. Also follow us on Twitter. And since we did not reach the follower goal, I have sad news to share. Stashport is no more. Stashport is gone.
Oh, it's gone?
Yep, he has no mustache anymore.
No way.
Yep, he got a haircut and got it shaven. He told me. Yes, he did. He did.
That's why he didn't want to be on today's podcast.
Yeah, probably.
He got a bad haircut. Oh my god.
Yeah.
How dare he?
You didn't reach our follower goal on Twitter, and we're not at...
People, can you follow us?
Yeah, we're not at 1,000 followers. Also, have you seen that we have a new Twitter banner? It looks sick.
Oh my god, it looks really cool.
Yeah, listen to our new podcast live every Thursday. Thank you for being here, and thank you for listening on Spotify. Also, tell your friends and family to listen to us on Spotify, or Apple Music, or YouTube Music, or whatever else. Also tell your grandparents.
We are in every platform, but we don't know how many platforms.
Now that you mentioned friends and family, I remember I went to my... It's not aunt, it's like to my great aunt, like to the aunt of my mom, to like after Christmas, and she has a grandchild now, and I went to the bathroom, I come back, and in the hallway there's a chair, and he's sitting on that chair, like six years old or something like that, like around 6 years old, I look what he's doing on his laptop, and he's watching one of those Trackmania in sync videos. I was like, wait a minute, I know that game. And then I talked with his father, and he asked me about a Trackmania-like game, but for Android. And sadly, I had to tell him that Trackmania does in fact not exist on Android, sadly. But
Oh.
When was that? Because that is technically wrong now.
Christmas.
Trackmania
Yeah, but-
Blitz is a thing.
Yeah, is that on Android though? Isn't that web-based?
Yeah, it's a web thing, but you can play it in
It's
your
not
browser.
Yeah, but you know, I had a way better game on Android I could advertise again in that situation.
The game.
So I didn't.
The game
I
that shall
didn't
not be
hesitate.
mentioned here. Hot Lab League.
I didn't even know about that.
And I really want to play that game again more, but I suck. I suck at it nowadays.
Yeah, just
But
good.
yeah, he tried that game then a little bit in the evening, and he pretty soonish gave up on on that as well. Unlucky, but I tried. So let's just say being 6 years old maybe is a little bit young for certain games, at least if you don't have dedication for it.
6 years old? Too young? No.
No, not too young, but people at that age don't really have the dedication usually. But it was worth a try, you know. Like Hot Lab League was like $5, and obviously if you're a parent, then $5 is just nothing for the chance of your child to like a game.
Yeah. I mean, Gwen started playing Trackmania when he was 6, right?
Yeah, exactly, right.
I heard that
not-
it was 4. What?
Wasn't it? Yeah, true. I think
Yes.
it was even earlier than
I thought
that.
it was
But
6.
I think the video of him playing is when he was 6, but I think he started earlier, right? Maybe, I don't know. I mean, he can't be the only pro that started that young.
I
don't know.
think that from now on we'll have many pros coming into the future that they have start playing Trackmania at the age of 3 or 4.
Maybe.
Jesus.
Maybe one day the Charles from Tamarud are gonna join TMGL.
Yeah, maybe.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, but Chroma, you're not a pro. Yeah, Chroma just
But
said
Chroma
he
has you
started
win?
playing when he was 5.
If Chroma has won any tournament that there was money in between, then he is a pro.
Okay,
He
so I'm
won
also
prize
not
money.
a
He's
pro
on
because I
esports
never won.
earnings. He won over 100 euros in Trackmania. So he's listed on esports earnings.
Oh, really? Then he is a pro, technically. By... how's it called? Dings on the dictionary.
Yeah, there he is. $210.96.
Wow!
Yeah.
Watch out, don't be a billionaire.
He won, and his highest prize pool was from the virtual mapping competition end of 2021.
Wow.
Yeah,
Professional gamer.
professional
Mapping
gamer indeed, yeah. No, but to be fair, I think this doesn't list the prize money he got from FMS. Oh, no, it does. Interesting. Yeah.
Come on, you
Yeah, so he's
gotta...
a pro. And
gotta
people
step it
can't
up,
say
my
the
guy.
otherwise. Shorty, are you a pro? Have you ever won money on Trackmania?
More than Chroma.
Oh my god!
Wait, are you listed on
Yeah,
esports earnings?
I
Let's
think
see.
it's like 400 or 500.
Shorty.
I mean, most of it is because
No,
of the list.
$1,010.97. What?
Huh?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
because he earned
Is that true?
$463.18 from the Intel The Nest TM Cup 2015.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Like that's the big one, and the
And-
others are just over the years, I guess.
TMFL 156,
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, let's not talk about that one,
and the
please.
two
Okay.
ATEX circuits in February.
I
and
ran out
April.
of fuel, and in the last second, I got overtaken,
Oh my...
and they changed our position. There's a good clip for that, sadly.
But yeah, you also won 2 of the ATEX Cups by Granati.
Oh yeah, true. But that's hardware. So I didn't expect that to be on there.
Interesting, yeah. It says the one was $140.80, and the other was $145.16.
I mean, in hardware, but I think so. Yes, around that. I mean, I still have the mouse and the. I actually use the mouse from that. I can show it. It's a Sharkoon things. No advertisement, of course, but that's what I use. That's from the Atex things.
128
Should've been
euro
a
mouse and
microphone.
130 euro what? What did you win there?
Uh,
Instead of the mouse and what else?
I mean, there was a mouse pad. There is a keyboard that is lying at the side because I always try to find someone that needs these things. So, for example, my dad is like 2 of my old mices that I won in random competitions or LAN parties. Like 2 of my old keyboards. He even has my old PC, obviously. I try to give away like I like one of the AirTags things was a mouse pad, I think, and a friend of mine got that. But how else 140 for AirTags Cup things?
130 and 126, it says.
I mean, yeah, it was a bundle, like mouse, keyboard, and mousepad. That was one of it, and the other one I don't even remember.
An actual pro player. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow, I mean semi-pro. I always say semi-pro.
Semi-pro.
Shorty not
But
even-
it doesn't matter.
But why did you not uphold your lore? You came first instead of second.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know. I at that point I wanted to show off a little bit at some point. No, actually though, there was like the first I won was against Alcon, and I remember that Alcon before the final, or like in general before the final playoffs, wrote in the chat that he needs to win or get second because he needs a new keyboard, and I remember that second place got a keyboard, but a good one, and first place got like this bundle. So I'm really not sure if he failed on purpose or not to get the better keyboard.
Yeah, we also had the FS of the Week finals this weekend. No, this Tuesday. Yes. I think Elcon got, what was it, second in that against Switch? I'm not entirely mistaken. Or was it third? I don't remember. It was definitely in the top 4 with W.
Oh.
Yeah. So Elcon multi-talent. Second.
It's insane how good he got at full speed and how quickly he did that.
I mean, he played with Evo as a guest driver for a while.
I'd say keyboard abuser.
Keyboard abuser.
Come on.
Surely.
Evo abuser. Yeah, that's a good one.
I actually knew Elkan is a somehow like full speed driver more than anything else.
Oh, that's
That's
okay.
who I had
Interesting.
in my mind. Elkan, a full speed, not something else. I don't know.
Oh, was he a full speed Andy in TM2? Okay, interesting.
Nah.
Chroma said
Was
yes,
he?
and Ama as well. So,
Yeah, but it's
Arma too.
Chroma.
no, Amaterasu also
Oh,
said
Arma
yes.
as well. Okay, I trust Arma. No, just kidding.
But yeah,
Trusting Arma is difficult.
yeah.
Amaterasu, when do you want to be part of our podcast? Asking now.
Oh yeah, Ama, do you want to come on in 2 weeks?
We
Not
don't
next
have
one.
drama yet. We need to create some drama before that.
Oh, yeah, Ama, can you create some drama in the next 2 weeks, please? And then we'll have you as a guest.
Yeah, but something juicy, you know.
Yeah, we need something juicy. If you're in the office.
In the office.
Are you have an office now? Oh my god.
No,
So-
actually, no. No, we should actually. Yeah, props for that, by the way, Arma. He's the official coach for Big now.
Oh right.
Oh yeah,
Did we
you
talk
would
about
be
that last week?
coaching.
Did we not talk?
No,
about
we didn't
No,
because
we
it was announced a
didn't.
few days ago.
Oh right, yeah. True. We forgot about that. Yes, Amaterasu is now the new big coach. So actually having you on in 2 weeks would be nice. Because then we can
We have to talk about
how you got into that position. What
I actually know
favors you
somebody-
had to perform towards Grenadier and Massa and stuff. We want to know all the juicy details.
Must have been very big favors because I know somebody else that potentially also was considered for that position. So not gonna say it, of course.
Interesting. Was it Chroma?
Yes.
Ah.
No.
Was it you?
No.
Do you guys
I
think
mean-
that the teams are gonna change? Okay, continue, Shorty.
Team
I
GL
was a
teams?
pretty bad.
No.
I was a pretty bad coach for Evo Pink, so why would anybody
You
want me as a coach
weren't here.
after this season?
You can leak in 2 weeks if you want to come on, Ama. But What I wanted to say something. Now I lost my train of thought.
About the TMGL.
Oh
things.
yes, TMGL teams are signed for a year, so very.
They are
much-
signed for a year.
Yes.
Aha.
TMGL players are signed for a year.
That is so boring.
Mm,
Sorry.
I mean, TMCL.
I mean,
might
it's good
swap
for
out
them.
some
No,
players.
don't get me wrong. This is really good for them. But I was really excited about having this time frame where players could change, like teams and stuff. So it's not gonna happen. So
I don't
Well-
think it's impossible, but it's just super unlikely because they would have to keep paying that person they are gonna swap out.
Yeah, I mean,
But
they would have
I
to. The only
Yeah,
one
when
that
you're
they can
signed
swap
for a
in
year,
is their substitute, right?
Yeah, but is there? I mean, I don't know, of course, but technically, wouldn't it still be possible to now get a substitute in? I mean, you can't kick out one of your players, but you
I
can.
don't know
if
if-
you don't.
Are they
That's the
even
question.
required now? That's the thing, because I know some teams have some and some don't. Because like Softy, to my knowledge, was like back and forth on the whole topic, and then completely got rid of it for regionals. Like said, yeah, this never applied. Blah 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 blah. I don't know.
Mhm.
So I don't even know if that rule is still in effect or if that's possible. But yeah, we will see.
I mean, it's super unlikely. There's not. I don't think that Team Jail, at least for season 2, like for stage 2, there's gonna be any changes. But
Yeah, I don't
afterwards,
think so.
it's gonna be very interesting then.
I mean, after World Cup, we'll probably see some changes happening.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but yeah.
I mean, it's great for the players having a second chance.
It's also great for the players,
Yes.
honestly, to have at least some stability for a year, guaranteed.
No, yeah, I think that is a good thing for sure. But I was thinking more of on the side of like on all the games you have this transfer window, and everyone is speculating on like what's gonna happen, which team is gonna continue, which not, what's gonna happen.
mean,
But it's not gonna happen this year,
We
so
have
we
those
can
in
wait
regionals and
until next one.
Challenger, right? Like, I mean, there can still be some player swaps in Challenger and in regionals.
I can't wait for Dexter to kick out Scrappy out of his own team.
Yeah. But
Would
I
be fun.
think the problem is if you have transfers, you lose all your World Tour points. So that's probably not what you.
Okay, makes sense then.
Yeah.
But it's agreed down that you lose your points if you transfer, if you lose
Yeah, because
your
it would be a
teammate or
different
something?
team. The points are assigned to the team, and like if the composition of that team changes, you lose your points.
Oh, okay.
Like we would have been able to keep half the points if Stufts stuck with Evo, but only because Deska.
Oh wait, now we have no
leaving-
points.
Yeah, well, Deska leaving was due to a health issue, so that was the only exception that would have been made to keep half the points. So basically, the
okay.
points that Stufts had earned.
Oh,
But
that's
since
good,
he's
then.
leaving Evo, he doesn't get to keep those points.
Up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a weird system in a way.
It is, yeah.
Points are just gone. Like, why can't I just switch out a player if like one of my players is just not
Because there's
performing well?
there's no substitutes in the regionals. I
Yeah,
mean, in like, so if you have a registered substitute, I think in TMCL and TMGL, it should be fine, but that doesn't apply to the regional teams. So if the regional teams swap players around, they will have to restart at 0 points. And promotion and relegation to TMCL after stage 2 takes the TMWT points from both stages into account for the qualification for it, to qualify for it. Same with like World Tour, World Cup, I mean, and All Stars, obviously. So it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Also, another thing that I just thought about: DK is currently disabled. And
What is disabled?
so if you're in Gold or Master, they introduced a system this season which is like matchmaking DK. So if you don't play enough games,
that's what you mean with DK. Okay.
Yeah, so DK is currently disabled because they're investigating an issue with
I
it.
didn't like the DK anyway.
Yeah, let's hope they keep it disabled.
I don't like the way they approach matchmaking, with matchmaking itself being seasonal.
Yeah,
not
that doesn't
matchmaking.
even make sense.
But-
Why would you do that?
I can't wait for Master 3 being reset to Silver 2, 1700 points. Or Silver 3.
It's gonna be a lot of fun as an actual silver player the first couple of days.
Yeah, I
or
mean,
first couple of weeks.
I hit gold 1 yesterday because I grinded it out. I wanted those trophies.
Ooh,
For the trophies, you
nice.
know?
For the trophies, like
And
Mark.
I'm probably gonna be reset back to like bronze 2 or bronze 3. So yeah, early campaign days are gonna be wild because all the regional players are gonna go ham and like bronze and silver. So if you're a casual player, don't play ranked for the first month. Is what I would recommend. Until all the TMWT players are in gold and above again.
It's just
But
so
they
sad. Just
climb really fast, so I don't think
It
that
was
you
not
would
that
actually
fast,
have the
actually. It was-
opportunity to play with them.
It was like it took them like 3 or 4 weeks to get there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, gold was like what 2 weeks for the first couple of players, or was it for the first track master? I don't remember. It took a while to like at least a month or like 3 weeks for it to like get
It
sorted
cannot
out.
take you so long. I mean,
I don't-
if you're a high level player and you're trying to reach master of matchmaking, and it takes you a month, it should take you at least a minimum, like I mean, maximum like a week and a half.
When did they introduce TMWT maps? Was it like mid-January or late
I think
January?
so.
Because I remember by the time people were like gold 1, gold 2-ish. So whenever that was I guess probably 2 weeks then. I don't remember exactly.
I think we need to change the matchmaking point system because this
Oh, aren't they even considering doing that as well? Or not?
What?
I haven't heard about it though.
What exactly?
The matchmaking point
Point
system. It cannot be possible that you earned like 14, 12 points.
That is so the reason why that happened is that because currently there's not enough players at most of the time online to find like fair matches. So they
Yes.
adjusted the match coordinator, like the service that matches up people for a match, to prioritize queue time over match fairness. And once they switch to 2v2, there's 1.5 times as many players in the queue because teams are smaller, which means they can reduce that threshold again of like team, like difference in team MMR. So yeah, that's gonna
Yeah,
get
but
resolved.
that I mean, I get why they do that, but at the same time, it's like I don't know, it pushes you back in like how many players are gonna play because right now if you tell me, oh yeah, no, you're not gonna get fairness on, I mean, you're gonna try to get fairness, but you're not gonna earn so many points, and you will have to grind matchmaking for like a month and a half, and then all your points and stuff is gonna get rid of for the next season. Uh, to me, it literally makes no sense to play matchmaking.
Right now, not really. No.
Yeah, not at
Oh.
all. As a casual player, it literally makes no sense to play because once you have to put time on it, 2, you're not even gonna get points. 3, then you're gonna get rid of all this stuff once the season is over, and then you have to start going on from 0 again. And I was like,
You don't start from 0. You get like reset based on your rank, and it's not like
I'm
Yeah,
talking
you-
about personal experience, and
Oh,
I
mean-
started from
yeah,
0
yeah,
because I'm
okay.
bad.
I mean, Chris, to be fair, you don't even start at 0, you start at minus because at the beginning you're gonna play against people that you should just not even play against.
Yeah, I mean, ideally,
Yeah.
this
First,
whole
right?
issue will be resolved once we have more a bigger player base, but that's still like probably months out, if ever.
Yeah, but even the decay should be different in my opinion.
I mean, the
don't
decay,
know.
if they fix the system and if they adjust things, I mean, it's not necessary. I think why they introduced it is because it's like leaderboards became too stale at the top. And
Yeah, they wanted to force people to play, you know.
Yeah, but the way they did it is, in my opinion, not good. Because right now, if you're in Master Ranked, you're forced to play 4 matches a day, or like within 24 hours, to not lose MMR. And the people in like the APAC region already complained that they can at most find like one match a night when they're like active because nobody else is playing when they're online.
I mean, it makes sense, right? They have less players. Of course, they're gonna have trouble finding matches. Yeah. And you don't really want to play against EU teams as well with the server. I mean, to be fair for Trackmania, the servers don't really matter that much, do they? I mean,
No, they
with
don't.
TM 2020 a bit more maybe, but it's doable to like crossplay. But they are playing at different time zones, obviously, so that in itself is already the problem. Doesn't even matter if it's on the same servers or not. Just have different time zones. It screws you over.
I mean, there's 2 data centers from what I know. One is Canada and one is Europe. Like one is in Paris and the other one's in Toronto.
Yeah, so it's basically not even the server. So it's literally just the time zone.
No, it's and you can get matched up with a Australian from like Europe or US. It doesn't matter. So there's no regions. Matchmaking is just global.
I mean, why would you?
Yeah.
It makes sense though.
But yeah, they just can't find 6 people in like high master or gold ranks when they're playing because most of those people are either streaming in the middle of the day in Europe time zones or like in the evening, or they're when NA is popping, but then Australia is like, I don't know, 15 hours ahead of NA time zones, so it's kind of difficult.
What if we fill the matchmaking with bots?
Surely that's gonna be a great idea, Lime. Works out so well in Royal and Super Royal, right?
Can't we just get? How about this? We release the game on consoles and get more players. Is that an idea?
That's I don't know.
We can also have artificial intelligence players playing.
More info soon regarding consoles, but no bots, please. But yeah,
I don't want bots either. We already have enough bots in the Trackmania community. We have Carl Jr., we have Gwen. Enough.
Aliens, you mean? Aliens.
Yeah, it's kind of the same.
Do any of you have any further topics? Or should we go to Q&A with chat?
Q&A with chat.
Q&A with chat. You heard her, chat. Put your questions in the chat if you have any for us. And
the Women Racing League, I'm actually... I have no news about this.
You have news?
The thing is that... give me 1 sec.
Okay.
This is a question, but meow.
No.
Meow. Oh man, give me 1 sec.
Isn't it gonna get cancelled or...
Wait, what?
That is what I don't know because Chloe is taking a medical things.
Break?
She's not here. And she won't be here. You know. It's still going on. Okay, so it is. Yeah, she took some time off because health issues, which is awful when you have this type of racing league prepared and this project for you prepared. But of course, putting your health first is always what you have to do. But if it's going on, because I actually didn't know, I was wondering what's going to happen. But if it's going on, then on April 1st, if I'm not wrong, if I'm not mistaken, we start the Women Racing League.
Oh, that's great news.
Yeah, it is.
I really hope it. Yeah, I really hope it.
I hope it too. We have really high skilled players. It's amazing to see them play. We have really amazing maps too. There are a lot of people that are behind this, and I ask you, all of you that are right now on the chat, if you can support this, come and visit us on the Women Racing League because...
What's the Twitch channel for that? Where is it going to be streamed?
Yeah, it's going to be a stream... Wait, and I need to copy-paste this.
Just put it in chat.
Registration is closing in 1 hour and 25 minutes.
If there's any women in chat that want to play in Women's Racing League, there you go. Registration closes by midnight CEST.
I mean, good to know that we don't really have any women listening on Spotify, because if you are a woman listening to this on Spotify right now, it's too late. Sadly, it's over.
Well, I'm gonna go on on Spotify. I'm gonna be the one.
I'm not gonna answer that question, Ox, but I'll just leave that to the admins of the Women's Racing League to decide. That's not my decision to make. I'm not even gonna read out the question because it is controversial.
I agree. I think just by saying that, people can assume what the question was.
Yeah. All right. There is a question from Ox towards Shorty. Shorty, when will you shave your mustache?
Yeah, but MK Chickbit said he's gonna stop watching if I do, so I'm kinda... I don't know. I mean, I'm not... I don't know. I mean, I'm obviously gonna trim it again, but am I gonna shave it? No.
Good. Mustache gang. I like it.
Thank you, Amma.
How many of
the only thing I'm
channel
gonna make
have
sure is that I don't get hair in my mouth, because that's... Yeah, not great.
Not fun. Yeah, Shorty, time for story time. What is the update on your health?
There isn't really too much to update right now, because I'm basically just waiting for more things, but I'm feeling way better. But I have no laptop here that is capable of running Trackmania, so I'm considering of either buying one or waiting, but I don't know how long I still have to wait, because so like at the beginning of next month I'll get 24-hour blood pressure to like just make sure that the pills are working for that. And other than that, I still have an MRI that I have to do, potentially, just to make sure that nothing is wrong with that. But as far as, health in general goes, it took me quite a while, but since 2 days or so, when I go on a walk with my sister's dog, or like with my sister and her dog, or with my mother, for quite a while, even after the blood pressure was already normal again, I just felt so dizzy, and when I stood up, it just, got a little bit black in front of my eyes, because the blood pressure, I just was not used to normal blood pressure anymore. But since 2 days, I can have a walk for like half an hour or longer and stuff like that, and I come back in, and I don't have to sit on the couch for half an hour to relax, because that's how it's been before, just having a walk, and then sitting on the couch and just leave me alone for half an hour. I need to be a human again, please. So as far as that's concerned, I'd say it's potentially, possibly, hopefully over again.
That's good news.
That's
I'm
good
happy
to hear. Yeah. The 3-month issue is going to an end.
Don't
man.
I mean, I don't want to open the full topic again, but the fact that it has been going on for so long is stupid, because when I first went to the doctor, like, I'm a new patient, I'm having trouble with something related to dizziness, and that guy just did not take my blood pressure at that day. Why? Like, that is 1 full month that I walked around staying like feeling like shit every single day, and just randomly 1 month later I do it myself at home, because we have such a things. And all of a sudden, it's just 1 month wasted, just because the doctor that never saw me before just didn't take my blood pressure for whatever fucking reason. Like, why do you not do that?
You know
I
what
don't
is
know.
crazy? Okay, is this a story time or a Q&A? I don't know, but this is what I find it crazy here in Germany. I mean, in Chile, it's routine. Every time you go to the doctor, for whatever reason, they measure you, they check your lungs, they check your blood pressure, they check everything, just a routine.
Yeah.
But it seems like here in Germany, it's not a thing. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe where I'm going,
It depends. To be honest, it depends.
It depends what you're coming to the doctor for. Honestly, if you just walk into the like doctor's office and like without any appointment and just sit there and wait to potentially get checked out due to like an illness, like when you already say, hey, you have flu symptoms, they don't need to measure you or take your blood pressure, right?
Yeah.
If it's something you don't know and you say, hey, I want a full checkup to like check out what is going on with me, then obviously they're gonna take their time and measure you and like take your measurements, maybe even do like a little blood pressure test or EKG. I don't know. But yeah,
No, but what I mean
usually
is
the
that
experience is that if I have an issue, I go to a doctor or I call them, let them know, hey, I feel like, I have to throw up or I'm feeling sick or flu-like symptoms or hey, I have this allergy. Can I come by and get something for that? Then they want you out as soon as possible again because obviously they have other
Yeah.
patients to take care of.
I mean, if I have the flu and I just feel shit and I just want to not go to work today, the fact that I even have to go to the doctor is annoying.
Yeah.
Already, like it's obvious from both sides. Hey, this guy is just not feeling well. Just here, have your check and just go home again. But I went with
Yeah.
something rather serious there, right? Like I couldn't do shit. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't really drive by car. I couldn't be the co-driver in a car. I couldn't watch anything on TV. Like, hello, maybe just to make sure, take the blood pressure. Why not?
Yeah, that is what shocked me. But well, it didn't happen. If
Well, not only you.
anyone is listening this and they had an issue similar to Shorty, please ask your doctor to check your blood pressure.
I
So
mean,
at least
imagine we
you
wouldn't.
don't go through that.
The thing is, imagine we wouldn't have that testing device at home. I mean, we only
You would
have
have
it
been
because of my
waiting all the
mom.
time.
Yeah, would have taken quite a bit longer to find out. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, you
And
would have
holy
ended up
shit.
in the hospital at some point, probably.
Well, the question. I mean, this podcast episode may or may not be explicit anyway already, but yeah, I would have definitely ended up in the hospital. The question is, would I have ended up in the hospital still alive or not? Because
Yes.
I did sport with a blood pressure of over 180.
Yeah,
That is not that. You should never do that. You should not do that at all. And I did it multiple times because I didn't know, of course. Yeah.
I mean, the last time I had my blood pressure taken was when I specifically asked for like a full checkup. Because I hadn't had one of those in like years. So that's when they took
Yeah,
it.
it makes
But like,
sense.
normally they don't. Because, yeah, probably as you'll said in chat, you usually don't think about blood pressure issues as a doctor when you see a young person of Shorty's stature entering the room.
Yeah, of course not. But on the other hand, as a doctor that high blood pressure is really hard to find out,
True.
So may just spend this 1 minute because
might have
it
just
doesn't
not-
take longer than 1 minute to
Might
do.
have just not crossed his mind. I mean, we don't know, right?
Yeah, I'm not here to blame the doctor.
Yeah.
I don't care
To
about
the
that stuff.
doctor,
But,
no.
yeah, I'm gonna mention his name though. Please leave bad reviews on Google. No, but
Sure, on yellow pages.
I think it's worth to say that or to point out that he probably should have tested blood pressure. I think it's fair to say that at least. It is what it is now.
As someone, okay, I mean, I'm from a different culture and everything.
Monster on Yelp.
In Chile, every time you go to a new doctor, or if you go to a doctor just to, I don't know, routine check, whatever, they do that. It doesn't matter. Like, it literally takes like 30 seconds to check that. So I mean,
when I went to them, and when I called them, hey, by the way, I found out my blood pressure is a little bit high. I'll come in tomorrow, okay? And then I got the special treatment, obviously, like EKG, blood pressure again, instantly 24-hour blood pressure. To be fair, they probably should have just rushed me to the hospital anyway, directly, because that was what happened. Ended up happening anyway. But yeah, they once they saw the blood pressure, they were very interested in finding out how the fuck does this happen. They were like, oh. And then I was on the phone having to make an appointment over the phone for somewhere. And even at the phone, the woman was like, yeah, what's standing here? Like, what's the reason? I was like, RR. I think that stands for blood pressure, 180 to 130. And even at the phone was like, oh, But, at the hospital, I'm like, yeah, why are you here? I got sent here, blood pressure, blah, blah, blah. Oh, even when my parents and me found out, like, we were just sitting there watching the number, and the number pops up, and we were like, oh.
Oh, holy
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, that's
Everyone was like, what the fuck?
no laughing
I
matter.
think you should be studied, Shorty. How did you survive?
Yeah,
Yeah, write an autobiography, please.
I mean, to be fair, it's not that serious considering that all the tests came negative, like there could have been something really serious causing this, obviously, right? But that
Yes.
seems to not be the case so far. There's like one outstanding test that is not done, but if that one would be positive, then there would be something else already found, I highly assume. And it's just weird that this takes so long. Like, that's the only thing that's weird about it, but I mean, considering the blood pressure was that high for probably over a month, or I don't even know how long, it makes sense that it takes time to settle down and everything. But still, yeah, it's just blood pressure.
Yeah, it was
Interesting.
just that.
Who would have thought that? Nobody, probably.
Nobody probably agreed, yeah.
The only thing that I know is that I'm afraid of the German healthcare.
You don't have to be, honestly.
You don't have to be afraid, but German healthcare can be a little bit tedious, to be fair.
The thing is,
and especially about money can be sometimes annoying. I know my sister is doing something now that she's undergoing an operation. I'm not going to say what. And it's health related, and she still doesn't get it paid for. So she has to pay for it herself, and it's kind of needed in her case, and that's annoying as fuck.
The thing is that, for example, okay, short story time, and then I think we can end. Because one thing that you have to go to the doctor to get an appointment. So I got an appointment online on a link, and I was like, okay, how much is for the appointment? And they were like, we cannot give you the price for the appointment. And I was like, how you cannot give me the price of the appointment? And they were like, no, we can't, because we don't know what they're gonna do with you, what the doctor's gonna do with you. And I was like, routine exam? And they were like, no, still, we cannot give you the price for the appointment. I was like, what if I go there and then the doctor say, oh yeah, we're gonna do all of this, we're gonna take a blood test of all of this, and then it's 200, 300 euro. But oh shit. But no one is telling me the price. And I was like, what?
I think they're just a little bit confused because in Germany, if you go to like the normal general doctor, nobody ever asks that, because in Germany you're forced by law to have insurance that is always covering at least what that doctor is doing.
I explained her that I don't have a German insurance, but I'm paying for that like international kind of insurance. But she didn't get it, so I was like, okay, cancel the appointment. Because I was, no. What
Shouldn't
the
you
fuck?
just be able to
weird.
go to that to the doctor with that? Or does it like not cover regular checkups?
Yeah, I have no idea what my insurance is covering. I just accept the shit because I need it for the visa.
Okay.
All
right.
I mean,
that makes sense.
To be fair, it should cover that probably.
Yeah,
but
it should.
Probably.
Especially if you're there for like a year.
Yeah.
Or longer. But yeah, since I haven't seen any more questions in chat, we will call it a day here. Thank you guys for watching or listening.
For listening.
Yes, thank you for listening. We love you, Spotify listeners and Apple Music listeners and YouTube listeners and wherever else you're watching. Join us on our Discord, discord.gg/evotm. Follow us on our Twitter, twitter.com/evotm. And we won't see you next week, actually. We're going to take a break next week. I feel like we deserve one after 10 episodes. And yeah, we'll be back in 2 weeks with episode 11. And hopefully Mr. Amaterasu as guest. We'll let you know when we're back. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. And have a nice evening. Or day, or morning, or wherever you are. Have a nice whatever time it is for you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
See you soon. Bye.